everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. Now, if you hear a large roar or rumbling, we just started having a big rain and thunderstorm, so hopefully you can hear me clearly, and I apologize for the bad weather we're having today. But today this tip is all about scrap busters and preparing your fabric for those scrap buster projects. If you're new to sewing, you might be wondering, well, what is a scrap buster project? And what it is it's sewing projects that use up small pieces of fabric, like this little twisty hair tie, what do they call these? Scrunchies. This is just a little drink coaster with a sports theme on it. This is a bookmark, and it's just got scrap pieces of fabric stitched together. You can even make little pin cushions like these two. Let me show you a few other things. I have a lot of pre-cut pieces of fabric that I use, so when I'm ready to stitch some pot holders really quick for a gift for someone, I'll make things like this. This is a 4-patch pot holder because it's got 4 pieces of fabric on it. Then this is a 9-patch right here. These are 2.5-inch squares. Now you can put the same design on the back or one larger piece of fabric on the back. This is a 16-patch. It's got all these little squares, but it is kind of pretty. And again, I just used plain fabric on the back. These are leftover jelly roll strips, and I just put them together into a pot holder. If you've never quilted before, quilting is just putting a lot of pieces of fabric together to create a specific design. And then sometimes it's a loosely shaped design, but it's to represent in some way. This is called the bear's paw design. And there's all these little pieces of fabric. A lot of quilters will pre-cut a lot of the fabric and they just store it off to the side, so when they're ready to start making a quilt or any other project, they can just pull those little pieces out. For instance, in the corners here, all 4 corners, these are just 2.5-inch squares, which is a very common size in a quilt, and they're called cornerstones. So let me show you some of the things I've done with my little pieces of scraps. Now, all of these things I'm about to show you, I have links for down below in the description section. So you're going to just scroll down to where you see show more or the down arrow, and you're going to see it. And this was one of my DIY tablescape ideas. And I made this really pretty fall tablescape. But what's fun about this one is I just bought some twine, and I had a little box of all these little wooden beads in them. I think I bought them at Walmart. So I put some beads on it, took some little short strips of fabric, I think they were 1.5 inches wide, something like that, and I just tied a few on, then I repeated, put some beads on, tied some more, and I just kind of wound it around everything on the table. So again, you can use these scraps for little things like this. This is one of my favorite fall placemats. And this fabric here I purchased at Walmart. But all of these squares, I think they're 2.5-inch squares, was scrap fabric that I already had pre-cut. So all I needed to do was pull out enough to cover the border on this. This is a fall-themed rag wreath that you can hang on your front door. You can even hang it indoors if you like. And it's about 2-inch wide strips. I think they're about 9 inches long. And the wreath form, the wire wreath form, you can buy at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They're really inexpensive there. But you can also get them at Walmart, probably Michael's Crafts, Hobby Lobby, all of those places. And you can even get them on Amazon.com. This is one of those things that's a mindless task, even your kids can do it for you. So when you finish a project, you want to take that fabric and just cut it up into specific sizes that you can use again in another project. Now, these strips were left over from another rag wreath that had a patriotic theme to it. When you're done and you have the strips left over, you want to make sure you file them with like colors. Make sure you've got all your blues together, your greens, and your yellows, and put them in a little plastic bag or a little box and write on the outside what the sizes are. Now I'm going to show you how I go about cutting up scraps of fabric. So you may have scraps that look like this. They're a variety of sizes and lengths and shapes. So what you want to do is sort them out and pick pieces that are kind of similar in size. Now the reason you want to pick the ones similar in size is you want to be able to speed cut. You want to cut all these fast. You don't want to spend hours cutting one little piece at a time. So I like to use a rotary cutter and a rotary cutting ruler. This one on top is my smallest piece, and I'm going to cut these into 3.5 inch squares, and anything I have left over, like some of this is going to be left over, I'll cut them in another size. So I'm first just going to cut this side here, and then I'm going to cut this side over here. Then I'm going to take this edge and bring it over around here. So I'm going to turn it, trying to keep everything together. And then I'm going to finish cutting that square. So here we go. I've got it up here, line it up. I've got my 3.5 inch line here and my 3.5 inch line here. And then finish cutting. Now, you could sort everything by the same color before you cut. If you don't want to do that, you still want to keep your sizes together if possible. So again, just mark everything. And this little piece right here, I can actually get another square cut out of it. So you don't want to let it go to waste. If you have some leftover jelly roll strips, which are 2.5 inches wide, and you want to cut them up into 2.5 inch wide squares, take your strips, if they're really long, and fold them in half and line up all the edges, and then place it on your cutting mat, lay one edge on the line, and cut this edge here straight. And then to cut your 2.5 inch squares, go over 2.5 inches and then do a cut. And you would just keep on going down the length of the strip until you have all of your 2.5 inch squares cut. Well, I hope this tip of the week was helpful to you for organizing your scrap fabrics. Now, any projects that you saw in this tutorial, check down below your YouTube screen for the links to it if you're interested in doing it. So scroll down to the description section and click on Show More or the down arrow, and you will see the links appear. Now remember, everything in this video is just a suggestion. There's no rules. But if you have a suggestion or a helpful tip you would like to share, please leave a comment below. Now, also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.